So happy Thursday, July 16th. We're so excited y'all are all here. I'm super excited to share my story because I know a few of you guys have never actually heard my story with Isogenics, which is super cool. But one of the things that I love about this system more than anything is really the people that it's brought into my life. There's friends that I now have that I would have never ever met if it wasn't for this incredible system. And one of those is amazing Tasha Walker. So I'm going to read off a few things about her because, first of all, she's just incredible, but I also want to give honor where honor is due. So Tasha is a beautiful mom of two. She lives in Boca Raton, Florida. She's an entrepreneur at heart. She owns her own tanning company and also teaches English online to students in China, which is the coolest thing ever. So she started with Isogenics around the same time that I did. And just using this vehicle as a way to create more financial and time freedom in her life that she can eventually retire her husband and travel the world with her family. Eventually, Tasha plans to leverage the income she makes with Isogenics to be able to go back to school, pursue a law degree alongside her husband so that they can help seek justice for those who have been wrongfully convicted. She truly has the heart of service and of teaching others, which is why she found Isogenics to be the perfect home for her to help realize a big vision of her life. So everyone, Miss Tasha Walker.
Let me come off mute. Thank you so much. So hello. It's such an honor to be here with you guys. So thank you, Candace, for that introduction and for having me on today. I've been waiting for this, so thank you. So my hope is that this will hopefully inspire you to seize the life-changing opportunity that is Isogenics once you learn a little bit more about what this incredible company can do for you. And once you dive a little bit more deeper into the products, the remarkable products and the opportunity that is presented to you today. So first off, just so you can get more of a sense of who I am, I will share a little bit more about my Isogenics journey. So before Isogenics, I spent my days in mom mode to the max. My days consisted of doing all the mom things, running errands, balancing budgets, cooking, cleaning, keeping my little ones, occupied with their various activities. Not only that, but I was also, like Candace said, I was balancing trying to be an entrepreneur, balancing my tanning business, and also trying to teach online just to kind of relieve the burden from my husband having to kind of make all the bacon, so to speak. So needless to say, there wasn't much time in the day to really fill up my own cup. So naturally, I began to feel a little bit run down. I was noticing that I would lose energy really quickly. The daily stress of being a mom was really taking its toll on not just like my mental state, but also my body. So with the little time that I had for self-care and being constantly on the go, there was not much time for me to really like sit down and have a nice healthy meal for breakfast or lunch. So I found myself stopping quite often at fast food joints on my way from one errand to the next. Obviously that lifestyle is not sustainable. So I would feel really sluggish throughout the day. I was not getting really good sleep. And as a result of all that, I was not at peace with my body in the way that I felt inside. And not only that, but I didn't feel strong. I didn't have the stamina that I wanted. And I wasn't fitting into the clothes the way I used to. So, sorry, my daughter's trying to break in. So, Sullivan, can you help me out, please? Cece, go. I'm trying to do a meeting here. Cece? Okay, take it. Sorry.
I love Cece so much.
You wanted the gummy bears. That's all she came in here for.
I understand.
So yeah, I didn't have the stamina that I wanted, and I wasn't feeling good, and I didn't like being in that headspace of not being proud of my body because I pushed 2 kids out. My body's incredible. It's done amazing things, and I didn't like to feel that way about it. So I decided to do something about it. So the picture that you see on the left is me like after I had my daughter, maybe a year after. And I thought naturally I would just go, I had a fast metabolism. My body would just go back to the way that it looked before I had her. And that was not the case. So this is after a year. I decided to get a gym membership. I hired a trainer and everything, and it cost me about $3,000 for the whole year. I know that I work better with accountability. So I just figured having somebody at the gym that was there waiting for me every day to get there, I would definitely go. So that actually worked pretty good. Sorry, I'm just a little distracted. See, mom life. Just 1 second, sorry.
I love it. I don't have kids. I have a dog, and I feel like that's enough responsibility for me. My little puppy running around, I'm like, all right, all right.
And her 3-year-old is a 30-year-old, so
Yeah.
it's not easy.
I love it so much.
Yeah. Okay. So where was I? Accountability. So that's what the trainer was for me, was to hold me accountable and kind of call me on my BS when I didn't want to show up or when I wasn't really feeling like it. So, like I said, it cost me $3,000, but I looked at it as an investment in myself. I was in the gym 3 to 5 times a week, and I was feeling really proud of myself for being consistent. But my trainer did tell me that in order to really see the results that I was looking for, I would need to dial in my nutrition a little bit more, because as you know, it's like 20% diet, 80% working out, or sorry, 20% working out, 80% diet. So he told me, you know, really dial in your nutrition, pay attention to your macros, things like that. And that's what I did. I tried, I mean, it's easier said than done, let me just say, with being a mom. I tried the food prep thing. I even got my husband on board with that. I tried going vegan, vegetarian. I tried carb cycling. I tried cutting out carbs altogether. And it did not matter. No matter what I tried, it would all end the same. I would be consistent for a couple weeks, and then I would either get bored of it, or I would get those cravings that, you know, when you deprive yourself of carbs for so long, like it just catches up to you, and I ended up binge eating. And then all the work that I would put in at the gym would just go away. So it was kind of a cycle like that for a year. And finally, Toria reached out to me on Instagram and kind of presented this opportunity to me. And I was like, why not? Like, I saw the testimonials that a lot of the customers who had come before me that had made amazing physical transformations. I read up on the clinical studies for the different products, and I saw that each one was backed by science. It included quality ingredients that were tested on a global standards for purity and efficacy. I listened to other women who had seized the business opportunity and were able to create financial freedom in their lives that I was seeking. And I just thought, like, why not me? Why can't I do that? What's holding me back? So at the end of the day, there's a 30-day money back guarantee. And the worst thing that could happen is that I try the system for 30 days and I'm not satisfied. I can get my money back, right? And the best thing that could happen is that I could get my self-confidence back. I could meet a bevy of goal-oriented women just like me that would hold me accountable and pour into my emotional and mental cup every day. I could earn income from sharing these products with others. And if they chose, I could teach them how to do what I do and help them reach their financial and fitness goals as well. I could get into the best mental and physical and emotional shape of my life. So it was really, for me, it was a no-brainer. It's by far been the best decision that I could have made. Since starting the journey and putting these incredible products in my body, I've been able to quickly reach my fitness goals. I noticed that I have more strength and stamina when I work out. All the progress that I've made up until this point at the gym is finally starting to show. I have abundant natural energy on a daily basis to be able to keep up with these guys. I no longer stress about planning, cooking, eating healthy breakfasts and lunches every day, just among so many other things. So I don't just eat anymore. I feed my body what it needs each day, and in turn, it thanks me for it. The convenience of the system has allowed me to quickly make the shakes in the morning and afternoon without missing a beat. I feel satisfied throughout the day. I don't have, those cravings for unhealthy foods because my body's nourished on a cellular level. And because I don't put so much focus on what I'm going to eat throughout the day or worry if the food I'm eating is even giving me enough of the nutrients I need to feel healthy, I can focus on being the best wife and mother that I can be. Not only that, but I get to be part of a much larger community of women who constantly lift me up and motivate me to be better every day. Plus, I get to fulfill my passion of teaching and being a female entrepreneur with the business opportunity that exists here. There's no limit on the potential income that is available for you. It all comes down to me. Like, what I'm willing to put into this business is exactly what I get in return. And that's the beauty of Isogenics. It's here to support you if you just want to make a few extra dollars, to cover the cost of your own products each month, or cover that car payment, or pay off that credit card. But it's also here for those that see the vision like I did and want to scale this business, to give yourself the gift of financial and time freedom that you've always wanted, but have not yet figured out how to achieve. So I hope some of what I've just said has piqued your curiosity. I just ask that you keep an open mind and forget everything you think you know about network marketing for the duration of this webinar. And with that being said, I will pass it back to Candace, who will dive a little bit more into her story, our core products, what they are, how they work, and what they can do in your life. So there you go.
Well, thanks, Tasha. I love that you have the kiddos in the background because it shows the realisticness of what this life is. It was really funny. Actually, a few weeks ago, I was doing this and my stepdad was in the background, like making a shake and doing all these things. And it was so loud. And I was like, dear God, what is happening? But what's funny is like, it's just real life. Like real life is just happening. And I love that so much because it just shows that, you know, hey, we are everyday people. We're nothing fancy about us, anything like that. So for those of you who don't know me, my name is Candace Grosso. I live in West Palm Beach, Florida. I actually do sales and advertising for a local television station, and I've been a digital marketing specialist for the past 7 years. So when you talk about stress, when you talk about constant change, that is literally all that I've ever known since I was a wee inkling. So a little bit about my history. When I was 16 years old, I was diagnosed with something called polycystic ovarian syndrome. When they went in, I had over 50 cysts on each of my ovaries, which they said would cause a ton of problems. Immediately, I was told I wasn't going to be able to have kids or it'd be issues having kids. They gave me all this laundry list of things that I needed to remove from my diet, things that I needed to be careful with. And what sucks is it's like you're now given this label of who you are based on something that you didn't even ask for. It wasn't like I was born and was like, oh, I would love to have this issue. Oh, I would love to have this issue. So it's like you just have to learn to adapt and change based off of, you know, the cards that you're dealt. With polycystic ovarian syndrome, there's 4 different types. And 2 of the types that were very potent on my personal self was hypothyroidism and insulin resistance. So what that means is that my body would hold on to water weight a lot more due to the stresses that I was under, whether it be emotional, physical, mental, whatever it had be. Those times when I was under more stress, my body would hold on to even more weight than before. So if you can see on the week 1 photo, the very first photo in this series of photos, that was on January 7th. That was the day I put my very first product or shake into my body. And at that point, I was extremely inflamed. I was extremely unhappy. I had no energy. I was exhausted. I was emotional due to all of the hormones and stuff that I had been on. Prior to me even learning about isogenics, I had been on $1,000 to $1,200 a month of supplements, which were not taking. My body could not break them down. So I was literally just paying for expensive urine and I was like peeing it all out. Then they took those supplements from a pill form into a liquid form, and I was giving myself 2 shots a day, once in my stomach, once in my butt. And from there, it gave me a little bit more energy, but my hormones were still all over the place. So then they gave me purely concentrated hormone creams because as I'm learning now, I'm doing a lot more research. I'm learning how your hormones change as you're going through your monthly cycle, and learning that your first 14 days of your cycle, your estrogen is doubled. Then once you hit your ovulation, then your progesterone peaks, and that's why we're having all these things. But I had no progesterone. My estrogen was extremely low, and I was like doubled in testosterone. So these feelings that most people had, and how you're able to be able to move through emotions, I was like incapable of. I was like an emotional roller coaster, and I would find myself crying for no apparent reason, and then I would cry because I was crying and I didn't know what that reason was. So it was just like this ugly cycle. So once I had found isogenics, I was the same way as Tasha, where I thought, you know what, there's a 30-day money-back guarantee. I'm going to give this a try. And if it doesn't work, then whoop-de-doo, I just ate for a whole month for free. And if it does work, well, then that's amazing. So if you can see the picture between my first and second picture, my week 1 and my week 4, that's my 30-day transformation. Within those 2 photos, I was able to release over 15 pounds and 12 inches overall, which is insane. I had measured myself before and then measured myself afterwards, and I realized that I had lost over 4 inches in my hips. which was absolutely crazy. And I was like, oh my gosh, my clothes started fitting better. My emotions started like normalizing. And now that I've been on the system for about 6 months now, I'm finding I still have some days where I'm emotional, but I find that they're always around when I'm about to start like a normal cycle, a normal emotional turnover, instead of me just crying on a random Tuesday because the light was green and I wasn't ready to go yet. So then as the time went by, the third photo is after 3 months, or my first 16-week challenge. And up to that point, I had released over 22 pounds and about 19 inches overall. As of, I think it was yesterday, I stepped on the scale. I think I've released over 35 pounds or 33 pounds now, which is insane. When I started this system, I was like 175. And then yesterday I was like 138 weight wise. And I know it's not all about weight, but it also has changed the way that I fit into my clothes, the way I feel when I look into the mirror, the way that I just like the energy that I have. I've always been extremely energetic, but now, kind of like Tasha was saying, I have an abundance of energy where it lasts throughout the day. It's not forced. It's not something I'm trying to push or move or manipulate. It's something that comes naturally. And then the community that has come from this has been so much more than I could imagine. I would never have met Tasha if it wasn't for this system. And I moved to West Palm Beach on my own, literally lived there by myself. And she's literally the only, like one of the only friends I have in Florida, which is so amazing because it's helped me not be alone, being literally the extrovert that I am and not being able to go and meet anyone due to COVID. So it's been so fantastic. So what I would love to do is go into some of the challenges that we all face on a daily basis, because we're all kind of, even though we all have different lives, some of the things that we all deal with is the toxicity in what we eat, drink, breathe, and absorb. So that's whether, like Tasha was saying, you go out to eat and you stop at a drive-thru because it's easy. What you're drinking, if you're drinking alcohol constantly because you're stressed out, what you're breathing in, whether that means if you're breathing in like smoke or smog or whatever it may be, if you work at a factory or wherever you work, and then what you absorb, that breaks down into even the lotions and the body washes that you're using. The stress that we all have, this is whether it's good stress physically from a workout, bad stress emotionally from a breakup, or financial stress because we're living in COVID and people are getting laid off and people are getting furloughed. And I don't know how it is in other states, but in Florida, we're kind of in our round 2, if you will, of COVID cases. And from the south up, we're kind of starting to go back into a lockdown. So also a deficient food system. If you guys think about it, we have way less nutrients in our food now than versus when our grandparents ate food. So in order for our grandparents, they would eat one orange from a tree. If you think about it now, to get the same amount of nutrients from that one orange, you would have to have 9 oranges just to equivalent the nutrients of one orange back in their time. And that goes down into the fact that our soil is being depleted, and where we used to have 1 tree, we now have 9 trees, and there's so much more processing that's happening in our foods and in what we're drinking and what we're consuming. Getting discouraged by slip-ups. I know for me, I'm a perfectionist. And I have learned from this system that it is about progress. It is not about perfection. And that we have such an incredible support and community within this system that even if I have a day where it's just a complete shit show, sorry for lack of a better term, but literally that's what it is. And I feel like, oh my gosh, I have to start over. It's not like one of those things, because we've been trained in order to begin, you must begin at the beginning of a week. So it has to be a Monday or something like that. But what's great about this system is you just dust yourself off, and then tomorrow's a new day and you keep going. So what I want to talk about is 3 of our main pillars. And a lot of this isn't necessarily changing, it's just enhancing. This weekend we are having a celebration, which is our biggest event of the entire year. We're going to be unleashing a ton of new products. We just merged with another company that we took on. So we have way more products, but these 3 products will remain our core pillars because of what they've been created for. So our main one is our shake, and our isoline shake. What I love about this shake is, first of all, it takes like 30 seconds to make. So if you're super busy, like I am, and working in sales life, you literally just shake it in a blender bottle, you shake it in a to-go thing, and your entire meal is completely ready to go. It's got 24 grams of protein. You can get these as whey products. You can get these as plant-based if you are like me, who is extremely lactose intolerant, or if you're vegan, they're all pea protein, or we even have kosher options, which is really cool. So we've really thought about a little bit of everything for every single person. One of these shakes is also equivalent to 3 fully plated organic meals of food in one shake. So if you think about all the calories and how much that time that would take and how full you would be to get the nutrients from 3 fully plated meals into this one shake that's only 250 calories with 24 grams of high quality protein, it's kind of a no-brainer because you're not getting, when you're hungry too, I feel like a lot of time we don't realize when you're hungry, your body is craving nutrients and not calories. So our second pillar of everything is going to be our cleanse for life. This cleanse for life is really like an oil change to the cells. So every 30 days, your cells are reproducing, and it's something called autophagy, where your new cells are coming in and they're eating away at the old cells. But these new cells are developed based off of, again, the stresses that we have, what you're breathing, what you're eating, what you're drinking, the stress that you're under, different things like that. So this cleanse for life really comes in and it helps eliminate any of that stubborn fat. It supports all of your metabolism, and it just gives you those powerful antioxidants that nourish and protect your body that our food is really lacking of. One of my favorite products that we have is our isogenic or ionic supreme. This is one of our third pillars of our system. And this, you guys, is literally a lifesaver. There are days, we call this nature's answer to stress. We call this mommy juice for anyone that's a mama. But for me, like I have this too. It's the first thing I put in my body every single day. And oftentimes I will have it 2 or 3 times a day, depending on what my workload looks like. But what this is, it has something called adaptogens in them. And what they are is they're exactly what they sound like. They are plants that are able to adapt in high stress environments. So what's amazing about these is adaptogens, ashwagandha, intermittent fasting. These are all terms you're hearing a lot about. Those are all terms, and all of these products that we use were actually brought over by our CEO, Jim Coover, in a suitcase several years ago, which is really cool that we were kind of like the leading company of all of these things. So this Ionic Supreme, what it does is it basically helps support clarity and focus. It helps balance and normalize your system. So if your stress levels are super high, it will bring you back down to like more of a leveled average. And if it's super low, it'll kind of like bring you back up. So if you're having like, basically it helps your mood regulate, which is amazing. So I want to talk a little bit about what our day looks like. A lot of times people are like, so do you just drink shakes and that's it? Absolutely not. So the way that my day normally starts out is I start with my optogenic tea or my Onyx Supreme. I normally have a shake first thing in the morning, and I mix my morning shake with coffee because I am a coffee freak. We have Isogenics coffee that's mixed with coconut oil and other like metabolic factors that help your metabolism. So I mix that and I have that. Sometimes I don't have a snack because these shakes are so filling, but if I am hungry between my breakfast and my lunch, I will have a little bit of a snack, which will be kind of whatever I have around the house, to be honest. For lunch or dinner, I will have my second shake, and it just depends on what my day looks like. Right now, I'm not able to go out and have, client meetings, but before, when I was able to have client meetings, then I would have that for lunch and then do my second shake at dinner. Then I have another snack, and then I would have a regular dinner. If you're wanting to do this for weight loss purposes, obviously having a macronutrient meal that's, how you're wanting to eat to lose weight, more protein to carbs to, vegetables, all that kind of stuff mixed in, that makes more sense. But I will let you know, in order to get the results that I have, I still drank, I still ate, and I never worked out. So I was very lax. I allowed the system to just be the system because I wanted to see if it would truly work. And for me, I had incredible results. So not only do we have shakes and those other 2 core pillars, we have a suite currently of 75 plus products. But like I was saying, they're going to continually grow and be unleashed as we have this weekend, and a lot of new products are going to be open. But I do want to talk about a few of my favorites. So in the top left, you have the Isa Delights. And those are by far my favorite. They have something in them called Ovasol, which is like a hormone correcting supplement. And so whenever I am having those moments that I am feeling uneasy or I feel like a roller coaster, I'll pop with chocolate. First of all, it's chocolate. We have both milk and dark chocolate options. But after I'm done, it gives me energy, it helps my stress levels, and it also helps my hormones level out. We also have a girl within our team who is type 1 diabetic, And whenever she's doing like a cleanse day, she'll take like 2 to 3 chocolates, and it actually levels out her insulin and her sugars, which is really cool that we have products that are able to do that. The greens are also a really big one of that I love. There's like 30 different types of green vegetables in there, which I didn't even know that there was 30 different types of green vegetables. But I know that I don't get the proper, dose of vegetables that I need in a day. So these are super easy. I pop them into, it's just a scoop that you can add in with water. I mix them with my Ionics. I mix them in with a shake. It's super easy. Via is something that I cannot live a day without. Via is our plant-based energy drink, and it has literally changed my life. We have 3 different flavors, mango mimosa being my personal favorite. But it's absolutely insane. What it is a plant-based energy drink that doesn't have a crash. It's got 10 calories, less than 1 gram of sugar, which is actually made with beet sugar. So it's nothing in it is synthetic at all. I'm going to go below the BIA to the complete essentials. These vitamins are really like our 4th pillar of the system, if you will. They are like a full daily essential vitamins. We have a pack for men and we have a pack for women based off of what our body compositions need. It's also mixed with something called isogenesis, which is what we call Botox in a bottle. Moving directly to the right, the accelerator in the flesh. Basically, the accelerator helps your metabolism keep going and kick starts it. And the IsoFlesh just helps the organs basically get everything through your system. It is nothing that has to do with any kind of like, where's the toilet type thing. It just gently helps your reproductive, or not your reproductive, dear God, we're not having babies with this. It's helping your digestive system. And then the AMP line, our AMP line is our performance line. It's basically a one-stop shop for if you need pre-workout, tri-release protein, BCAAs, fuel, all that kind of stuff. It's all there. I actually just started taking this because I just started working out this week. And for not working out for like 30 years of my life, and then all of a sudden deciding that it would be a great idea to start going and playing volleyball and kayaking and riding my bike and doing all these things, this has actually made it happen where going in, it's given me the energy to keep going, and then also helped me repair my muscles quickly where I'm not too sore. So let's jump into some frequently asked questions real quick, and then we'll jump into how you can eat for free. So do I eat real food? Will I stay full? Like we talked about earlier, you definitely eat real food. It's not just shakes. We have we have snack options and so many other things. Will I stay full? My stepdad uses our system. He's 220 pounds, and when he has a shake in the morning, he's completely full until about lunch. So yes. What does a cleanse day look like? So cleanse days are super easy. Throughout your first 30 days, we suggest that you do 4 cleanse days or 1 a week. And what that does is, again, it just helps you get to the foundation of your health. It helps get all of that sticky fat that you may have stuck around your midsection, your arms, your legs, depending on where you personally gain fat. Or gain weight, I guess I should say, but it helps you get rid of all of those toxins that you're not able to get rid of naturally. It's not a poopy cleanse. Whenever I hear the word cleanse, I automatically have PTSD of times I've done cleanses in my past and I couldn't move the toilet, but this is actually just a urinary cleanse. You can work out, you can hike, you can do all the things while you're on it. What do I eat for dinner? Snacks. So this is really up to you. Again, if you're doing this for weight loss, you can definitely, be more cautious about what you're eating. But I'll say I still eat pizza all the time. I'm a martini freak. I'm still drinking vodka, all of those things. What if I don't need to lose weight? So that's a great question. A lot of people sometimes, this system is really for anyone because we are not a weight loss company. We are a health and wellness company. It's really about getting you the nutrition that your body is not receiving from food alone. So all of our products are basically coming in and filling the gaps that whenever you have, a sandwich or whatever it may be, you're really getting all of the nutrients your body needs to be and operate at optimal level. I'm on the go all the time. I might be too busy. When it's normal day life, I am probably one of the most busiest people that there is. And if anything, this has helped me save time because I can cook and create a meal in 30 seconds rather than having to prep, rather than having to go to the grocery store. Everything's delivered to my home. This has made everything so much easier for me. What do I add to the shakes? My suggestion is in your first 30 days to truly know how the system is working to just mix water and ice. Now that I've been doing the system for about 5 months, sometimes I add peanut butter, sometimes I add honey, sometimes I add frozen fruits, whatever it may be. But it does have, again, 3 fully plated organic meals worth of nutrients in one shake. So you don't need to add anything. Sometimes my stepdad likes them a little bit more creamier, so he adds milk with them instead of water. Do I have to do this forever? No, you absolutely do not. But I know the way that I feel now, I will probably never not be on these products because I feel absolutely amazing. I feel like the radiance of the sun, if you will. So I will probably never stop doing things. What if my husband, boyfriend wants to do it? If that's the case, that happens 99.9% of the time. Anyone, your roommates, your family, your friends, they will start seeing how amazing you feel. They will see a difference in your feelings, your emotions, your energy, and they will want to do it as well. And Tasha will talk shortly on how you can introduce that to them. Do I have to work out? Is it expensive? You do not have to work out whatsoever. I have not worked out up until this week, and I was already able to see a 33, 35-pound loss without working out. So it really shows, to Tasha's point earlier in the call, where 80% of it is nutrition and 20% is working out. So I'm super excited to see how my body continually changes now that I'm adding working out into it. And then, is it expensive? If you break down the shakes, it's equivalent to about $3 a shake or $3 a meal. And you can't really even go to McDonald's and get 3 items off of, your dollar menu, because when you add tax and everything like that, plus all of that stuff of driving there and everything like that, it's actually way more than that. So this is less expensive, in my opinion, than going out to eat. And then, what if I don't like it? What's amazing is you do have a 30-day money-back guarantee. Again, nothing. We have less than a 1% return rate, because even people who are those that don't believe in it at all are still seeing incredible results, because the product speaks for themselves, and Tasha and I are both product of the product. And then, do I have to sell this stuff? A lot of times when people find out that we are a network marketing company, they think, oh, in order for me to consume the products, I have to sell. Absolutely not. Actually, 80% of the people that utilize and use Isogenics do not sell it, and that is totally fine. There is no expectations on selling this stuff. I know for me and Tasha personally, we've both had such incredible results that we've wanted to make sure that everyone we know knows about these products, because we feel like we'd be stealing from them. So you don't have to sell it, but I'm going to let Tasha talk about how you can grab 2 friends and eat for free.
Thank you, Candace. So yeah, like I said before, just like Candace, I've been on this system for about 6 months now or so, and I was able to pay for my first pack because I referred 2 of my friends. So I've basically been eating for free for the past 4 or 5 months now. I literally got my money back and then just got paid for referring people, and I keep getting paid because of residual income. But we're just going to talk about the very first way that you get paid. There's 8 total ways, just by grabbing 2 friends, and this is called You Share, They Share. Okay, so you can start with individual products if you like, or you can start with a system. If you just want to do products, it's a great way to start, but you wouldn't get like the full 30-day transformation like you would if you were to start with a pack. But we'll always, of course, work with your personal budget and your goals. Just for this example, we're going to be using the value pack, which is the pack that I got started on. So let's just pretend that this beautiful blonde is me. Go to the next slide. So let's say I share my story with my friend Bob, and he starts with the same value pack that I did. Isogenics rewards me with $100 just for sharing the products. Amazing, right? $100. What could you do with $100? I could take my family out for a nice dinner. Okay, then I go and share with my friend Susie, and she also starts with the value pack. Again, Isogenics rewards me with another $100, $200. That's amazing. But if I sign them up within the same commission week, which is Sunday to Monday or Monday to Sunday, then Isogenics doubles my reward. So I just went from $100 to a total of $400, $200 per customer. That's incredible. In 1 week, like $400 in 1 week. So once I have one person on my left and one person on my right, I advance to the consultant position. And if I do this within 30 days of starting, then I get rewarded with another $100, bringing my total to $500 in 1 week. Let's take a second and think about what we could do with $500. That's probably your car payment, maybe a portion of your rent, okay? So now we're at $500. like I said, this covers my value pack that I just got pretty much for the whole, my food for the entire month. So let's just say Bob is seeing amazing results on the products and he shares with 2 of his friends and he goes consultants. So he gets $500 and then Isagenix rewards me for creating a consultant and they give me another $100 just for sharing the product and being a loyal customer. And it pays, let's see, $500. Okay, so okay, now let's say Susie also shares with 2 of her friends because her results are out of this world. I receive another $100. Now that puts me at $700. And this is only one of the 8 ways, like I said, that you can get paid with Isagenix. It's incredible. So this is called You Share, or You Share, Their Share. You Share, They Share. So if you rank advance, 2 of your customers, so Susie and Bob, both rank advance to consultant within 60 days of you starting the system, Isagenix rewards you with another $250 bonus. This puts you close to $1,000. What can $1,000 do for you? What's that nagging bill that you have that you could put it towards? What's the vacation that you've been wanting to take with your family? How could you make $1,000 work for you? Okay, so like I said, there are 8 different ways to get paid. This is literally just one of the ways. So we get more into residual income later on, and just so many different bonuses and all these different things ways that you can get paid. So this is just for sharing, and yeah, that's basically it. Easy peasy.
Tasha, do you want to go over this? You want me to?
Yeah, you could do it.
Okay. So these are just 2 of the packs that you can get started with. Obviously, like Tasha said, you can get started with really anything, individual individual pieces if you want, or a pack actually works like a full system. So the one on the top left is really just our basic pack. It's the bare bones of what we have. The system is going to give you enough for your 2 shakes a day, your Ionic Supreme, and then enough for your cleanse to last for 4 days through your 60. This bottom right one is the one that we used as the example with You Share, They Share. It's actually called the Value Pack. This is the one that I got started with, and it's the one, that I actually was able to release over 15 pounds and 12 inches on. So what's amazing about this is it gives you so many different things, and whoever called you and got you on this call can give you a little bit more information of why it's most important. But it gives you up to 90% of your food for 30 days, which is incredible. It's giving you shakes, it's giving you meal replacement bars, it's giving you your cleanse, it's giving you a freaking, you guys, you get a stainless steel travel blender, which I brought mine from Arkansas, or from Florida to Arkansas, because it's so amazing. You're getting your isodelites, you're getting your greens, you're getting your essentials, you're getting whey thins, which are a 10-gram protein chip to satisfy your crunch. You're getting e-shots, which are like a 5-hour energy, but our version of plant-based without a crash, and so much more. So if you guys have any questions, first and foremost, we're so thankful that you guys jumped on the call today, if you're here or if you're listening to the recording. But if you have any questions at all, please feel free to reach out to Tasha and I on Instagram. We are here for you guys. We love you guys, and we hope that you have a wonderful rest of your Thursday. Bye, everyone.